That brings us to item 4 on the agenda, adoption of the agenda. Chair, entertain a motion adoption of the agenda.
So moved.
It's been moved and properly second. There are no suggested changes, deletions. I'll ask Ms. Owen call the roll for the motion to adopt the agenda.
Malinowski.
Yes.
Pugh.
Yes.
McBride.
Yes.
Livingston.
Yes.
Horatio. Barron.
Yes.
Sorry, yes. Overture Walker.
Yes.
Mackey.
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item 5 on our agenda are our public hearings. Item 5A1 is a map amendment for case number 21-023MA. That's Norman Harbin applicant, and that's from M1 to GC. That's located at 3041 Bluff Road. Did anyone sign up to speak to that, Miss? 21-023MA. No one signed up to speak. That public hearing is now closed. I'll recognize Ms. English.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Attorney Rutherford reached out to me today and would like more time to give his client to speak with me. None of them have reached out to me as of yet, and so he apologized. He has a new baby, so we congratulate him on that. And they would like to defer until February. And if that is okay with you, I will defer until February.
Motion for defer, is there a second?
Second.
It's moving proper second for defer. That's non-debatable. Ms. Hunter, can call the roll for the motion.
Can we get clarification first on an item that's written in here? I'll get it later. Go ahead. Call vote.
The motion is for defer for item, to our next zone public hearing for item 5A1. Ms. Hunter, call the roll.
Malinowski. Yes. Pugh.
Yes.
McBride. Livingston.
Yes.
Horatio.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Overture Walker.
Yes.
Mackey.
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Newton. Motion passes.
That brings us to item 5A2 on our agenda, case number 21-028MA, Matt Raines, and that's from HI to RSMD. That's on Farrell Road, tax map number R17600-02-032 and 46. That public hearing is now open. Ms. McBride, anyone sign up to speak to that public hearing?
Yes, sir. We had 3 people that signed up. The first person is the applicant.
Those persons for...
The applicant, Chandler Ray. Would you please come forward? Your name, provide your address. You have 2 minutes to speak.
Chandler Roy. I'm with Pulte Homes, land development manager here in the market. Appreciate it, members of the council, for letting us speak. Again, yes, it's a rezone from heavy industrial to RSMD. Really early on in the planning. Mr. Pugh, thank you for conducting the town hall last week. It was well appreciated from our end. Again, Chandler Pulte Homes, answer any questions you have or any comments. We're here tonight.
Here we have 2 for Judith Hart. Please come forward. Repeat your name, provide your address, and you have 2 minutes.
Judith Hart, 824 Wickham Lane, Columbia, South Carolina, Brookhaven subdivision. We have a multitude of questions that were not answered. How many homes are being planned to be built on the acreage? What style homes are going to be built? What is the price point of the homes? What is the size of the lot? The type of entrance and exits that are planned for traffic flow? Water supply and treatment distribution, sewage and water waste treatment, solid waste collection. What happens to the plant and animal habitats? What plan for public safety, fire protection, emergency preparedness, public and private utilities, schools that are already at a maximum, libraries and other cultural facilities, and not to mention the traffic A potential 644 homes is gonna be overwhelming. Pedestrian and bike usage, the health system, and, Parks and Recreation. We have a horrible traffic problem as it is in the Northeast. And all these new homes keep getting built, and there's no place for people to drive. And we just want some answers as to what is gonna happen with all this. Thank you.
Next person is Mr. Tombo Milligan, and you have signed up to be for it, Mr. Milligan. I don't know whether you intended to sign that line or not. Please give your name and address.
Yes, ma'am, Tombo Milliken, 18 Tomby Court, Columbia. I am the listing agent for the property. I work with NAI Columbia. I handle land brokerage. We've had this property on the market for about 5 or 6 years. It was bought for industrial purposes. It is zoned heavy industrial. We've had some rather interesting uses that have come along that have tried to locate there, everything from asphalt to scrap shops to a number of things, and we have decided not to entertain those offers. This summer, we decided to take this property residential. When we looked at that area, we looked at the Richland County comprehensive plan. That plan calls for high-density businesses and residents, so it certainly seemed to be like a fit to us. So that's what we're here to apply for. I'm glad to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you.
That's all.
Right, I'm gonna recognize Mr. Pugh.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion to defer for this.
Is the motion for deferral, is that our next zone public hearing? Yes, sir. It's motion for deferral, is there a second?
Second.
It's moving proper second for deferral to our next zone public hearing. That's non-debatable. I ask Ms. Owens to call the roll for the motion for deferral for item 5A2.
Malinowski,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
McBride,
Yes?
Livingston,
Yes.
Horatio,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes.
Overture Walker,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton. Motion passes.
Brings the item 5A3 on your agenda, case number 21-030MA. That's Bruce Gleaton, and that's from RS-E to RU. That's at 742 Shop Road, tax map number R14402-04-05. That public hearing is now open. Mrs. McBride, anyone have to speak?
Here we have one person, the applicant, Mr. Gleaton, to sign up. Gleaton here. Here, I'm told that he's here.
Yeah, he's coming.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair,
Recognize you.
it's been brought to our attention that there was a resident that came about 6:30 today, but did not see the sign-in sheet, so they were not able to sign in. But they are here to speak, and they would like to be able to speak on this particular case.
This case 21.
Yes.
I would allow them.
Good evening, Mr. Gleaton.
How
Please
y'all
repeat
doing
your
today?
name and give your address.
My name is Bruce Gleaton. My resident at 742 Sharp Road. Well, I'm here, as you can see, to change my property from RSE to RU. But because anyone can explain to me what's the difference between the two? Because what I'm hearing that by me wanting to go to RU, that my neighbors feel like they're losing value on their property. And from there to that, they think big trucks gonna be rolling out of my property. That's what I'm hearing, but, I don't understand where they're coming from, where they could have easily come and asked me. I could have told them exactly what I wanted to do. So, is there, could anybody explain what's the difference between the two?
Oh, we won't do this now, but we'll have our staff after this meeting at some point in time get with you and explain it to you, though. We won't do it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We have another person to sign up. Ms.
Who was it that anyone else wanted to speak and got here late?
Coming.
Please come. Thank you.
Good evening, sir. Please give your name and state your address.
Reuben Galloway, 732 Wilmette Road, Columbia, 29203.
Galloway, you have 2 minutes.
Okay, I represent the Highland Forest Homeowners Association, the community right across the street, right across Sharp Road from the proposed zoning request. And we are concerned about what will happen to this property once it's changed from RSE to RU. We're concerned that it's going to be a business at some point. We're concerned about the traffic in the area. Sharp Road is a 2-lane road. There's a stop sign at Wilson Boulevard, and traffic has been increasing there because of the development on up the street. And so we're concerned about all of that, but mainly about, whether or not our neighbor is going to somehow create a business that's going to cause problems in the area. And also that the staffing at zoning suggested that this be disapproved because of the plans that Richland County has for that area, to keep it more of a residential area than as a business. Members of my community asked me to bring our concerns to council to keep from having a business in the area. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
That concludes the persons who came in late and didn't get a chance to sign up. Thank you.
Bryce, I think that was the individual that was late.
Yeah. But she'd like to speak.
There was one more?
Yeah.
Please give your name and address, and you have 2 minutes.
My name is Linda Kennedy, and I'm at 608 Wilmette Road, 29203. Our president has already spoken about the traffic and the reasons why. But my concern is about this property. Once it be changed, anything can go on that property, can be put on that property. And that it's not so much about the owner, but we don't know what the owner family is going to do when he's no longer there. And that property was changed to residential, and a home was built, a beautiful home was built on that property. And then it's a lot of property. And then next thing I see, a bunch of vans on the property. Like there's a business going on. So I just think that I just disapprove, because whatever want to be built on this property, there is more than enough land to build. But to change the zone, anything can go on that property. Once the owner can say one thing, and we have been burnt before. Our community, they have come in and said this, the next thing you know is nothing like that. And so that's why I am against it. I think it should remain residential, the beautiful home, and whatever they want to put on it. But do not change the zoning of that property. Thank you.
That is the last person that signed up to speak.
Thank you. That public hearing is now closed. I'll recognize Ms. Barron.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And to the citizens of District 7, Highland Forest, thank you for coming out tonight. And this is a prime example of why we do town hall meetings. This is a prime example for us to be able to have an opportunity for the citizens to have dialogue with the landowner and the developer. And so I would like to defer this item until our next meeting to have, so that we'll have an opportunity to have a town hall meeting, a discussion with the landowner as well as the community, so there's a clear understanding from all parties what can and cannot be taking place.
Second.
Motion is rolled and properly seconded on the debatable. I'll ask, call roll for the motion for deferral for item 4.
Malinowski,
Yes.
Pugh,
Yes.
McBride,
Yes?
Livingston, Horatio,
Yes.
Barron,
Yes.
Overture Walker,
Yes.
Mackey,
Yes.
English,
Yes.
Newton. Motion passes.
That brings us to item 5 on your agenda, which is case number 21-033 MA. That's Charles Eliezer. That's from RU to GC. That's at SE.
Excuse me, Mr. Chair, I believe you skipped one of the cases.
Oh, Kelly.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Case number 21-032 MA, Melinda Kelly, from RU to LI. That's at 7501 Fairfield Road, tax map number R12002-01-28. That public hearing is now open. Did anyone sign up to speak to that item, Ms.?
Yes, sir. 2 persons signed up to speak, the applicant and 1 other person. Ms. Melinda Kellen, please come forward. Repeat your name and give your address. You have
Melinda-
2 minutes to speak.
Thank you. Melinda Kelly. I'm with the Finkel Law Firm, 4000 Faber Place in North Charleston. I'm here representing Mr. Kevin Corley of Corley Construction, CL Corley. We applied for the light industrial zone. Mr. Corley has a construction company. He's a general contractor. He's from the Richland County area in that particular area. And I would first like to say that I really appreciate Councilmember Barron's discussion with me. We've been in touch, and I believe also she's been in touch with Mr. Corley. We have, and when we started to apply and think about this, he has owned this particular piece of property since 2006. He has since purchased the property to the north, which is this right here. I don't know if the zoning is shown up there, which showed as light industrial, and below it as M1, also I think of light industrial. His is this little the green RU. It's on Fairfield Road in an area where there are a good number of industrial type uses, and between Sharp and Wessinger, because he's across from Wessinger, there are probably 8 or 9 industrial type businesses, heavy sorts of contracting, marble and granite freight companies, forklift companies, and right across the highway from him is the Fairfield Recycling Company, which is rather large, but below him is an M1 property that, although it's undeveloped, it is has the potential of growth there. He's since purchased the property just to the north, as I mentioned, and he plans to have his business equipment
I'm asking you to
there.
wrap it up since that's the sound.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it if y'all would consider this, and we felt that it was consistent with what is on the ground now. It is not part of the Crane Creek plan area. So this particular lot, for some reason, was not. Thank you so much.
Next person is Mr. Kevin Corley. Mr. Corley, please repeat your name, address, and you have 2 minutes.
My name is Kevin Corley, 1317 Corley Ford Road, Columbia, South Carolina. I've been in business since 1992, and I've been in the area all my life. I went to Crane Creek, went to the Church Zion Chapel, born and raised in that area. Just want to expand my business. The land that we had for a while, and everything around it is commercial and industrial, so we just wanted to rezone it for that issues. Thank you.
That completes that list.
Thank you very much. That public hearing is now closed. I'll recognize Ms. Barron.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Very similar to our previous item, I did have an opportunity to speak to Ms. Kelly and Mr. Corley to explain the processes that we would like to see in having further community engagement about this particular parcel of land. Also noting that in that particular area, some of the hopes and dreams that we have for that area is that it would not always be an industrial park. So that is a conversation that I think that we want to have with Mr. Corley and his team, as well as with the general community during a town hall meeting within the weeks to come. So to that point, I will move to defer this item until our next zoning hearing.
Second.
Second for the third, our next zoning hearing. Available, Ms. Call the roll for the vote.
Malinowski.
Yes.
Pugh.
Yes.
McBride.
Yes.
Livingston. Teratio.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Richard Walker.
Yes.
Mackey.
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Newton. Motion passes.
That brings to item 6 on your agenda. That is case number 21-034 MA.
Number 5, Mr. Chair.
I don't know why I'm trying to move through this thing so fast. Case number 21-21033 MA. Charles Eliezer, from RU to GC. That's SE Rouch Metz Road, tax map number R02500-07-36. That public hearing is now open.
Mr. Chair, we have one person, Mr. Eliezer, that signed up to speak. Mr. Eliezer, please give your full name and address, and you have 2 minutes to speak.
Vice Chair, did he speak for or against it?
Well, he said for, and he's the applicant, I
Well,
think.
if he has no objection, I'd just make a motion to approve this.
Talk out of it?
I'm good with that.
Before you talk me out of it.
It's motion for approval. Is there a second?
Second.
It's moving properly second. Ms. Only can you call the roll for the motion for approval for item 5?
Malinowski.
Yes.
Pugh.
Yes.
McBride.
Yes.
Livingston.
Yes.
Teratio.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Overture Walker.
Yes.
Mackey.
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion passes.
I am on the last one this time, correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Item 6 on your agenda.
Almost.
That's the last case. Case number 21-034 MA. That is J.T. Simpson, the applicant, and that's from GC to LI. That's located at 517 Mason Road, tax map number R11708-02-11 and 13. Our public hearing is now open.
Mr. Chair, we have one person, the applicant, Mr. Simpson. Mr. Simpson, please repeat your name and give your address.
J.T. Simpson, 2820 Selwyn Avenue, Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm the current owner of the property. I've been operating as a towing company in the Columbia area for just about a year. I purchased the property because I want to expand in the area. Currently, to date, I've spent $300,000, and next year I will spend approximately $800,000 expanding. Currently, right now, it's zoned for me to have a towing company. I can impound the car, take it back to the property. But if that same car was in an accident, I can now bring it back to that property. So that's why I'm asking to go from general commercial to light industrial.
Anyone else want to speak?
Yes, sir, that's the last
The
person.
public hearing is now closed. I recognize Ms. McBride.
Mr. Chair, I recommend disapproval.
Motions for disapproval. Is there a second? Moving properly second. Any discussion? There being none, I'll ask this on call the roll for the motion.
Malinowski. Pugh.
Yes.
McBride.
Yes.
Livingston. Teratio.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Overshaw Walker.
Yes.
Mackey.
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, that brings item 6 on our agenda. Item 6.
Move for adjournment.
Already had one.
I move for adjournment.
What's for Jeremy for second?
It was already moved in second.
Already done.
I didn't recognize you, though. It's moving proper second, so can call the roll for adjournment.
He just said we were paying attention.
Yes.
Pugh.
Yes.
McBride.
Yes.
Livingston.
Yes.
Teratio.
Yes.
Barron.
Yes.
Overshaw Walker.
Yes.
Mackey.
Yes.
English.
Yes.
Newton.
Yes.
Motion passes.